Hello everybody, how's it going today? It's Frankie here again, and I'm back from my baby mum's house after seeing my daughter. And obviously I didn't see the match, I saw the score, and it didn't look too bad. I'm sure, I don't think if I said in my previous video, I couldn't see United win the game. I think I said to a friend of mine's, Villa were either going to win the game 2-1 or draw 2-2, I swear. That's what I thought. The score in my head, I was thinking 2-1 Villa. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because we're just a typical type of team where we give it a go in games we don't expect to give a go. And despite having Diallo and Bumo and I forgot who else is out, and we perform like that isn't too bad. Now I had to see the highlights. I didn't watch the full match. The highlights didn't give me much, so this could be a quick video. And that Morgan Rogers, those Morgan Rogers screamers condemned us to defeat. That's a good title actually. I'm gonna put that in the video. I'm gonna title that video. But yeah, look, those screamers you can't do anything about. And I know Cesc got an opportunity. I saw the highlight. I saw him go through and goal. That Martinez, I can't criticize Cesc because for me, there's not much else he could have done but shoot. Any striker would have done the same thing. And Martinez comes out and just saves it. That makes it difficult for strikers. You don't really expect every striker to score in that position against a goalkeeper because the goalkeeper comes out quickly, saves it. If he would have came out slower, I think Cesc scores. So I can't criticise him there. I think there's some promise for him, I really do. That's one of the players I wanted, by the way. And then that Rogers screamer happens, incredible. He's actually the player that we won the game. I know they got players like Buendia, Watkins, Matty Cash. For me, the player that stands up for Villa is Morgan Rogers. Sensational. The goals he scores for that team is immense. He's the reason why Villa won the game today. He's one of the reasons. If those screamers don't happen, they don't win the game. And then Cunha, I love Cunha. Apart from him missing that header, that finish, I can't hate on him. He can score. You know, and yeah, he does deserve a bit of criticism for missed opportunities. But that finish, that's a good finish. You can't lie. He's got promise in him, that player. He's the player that works hard for us on the pitch. And I didn't really expect nothing else. It just depends on how many goals United were going to get. But I did think United were going to score one. Despite being at Villa, and Villa are potential title contenders. They've won their 10th game in a row now. Yeah. They're looking favourites. Well, I wouldn't say favourites, but they look like they could push City and Arsenal all the way. And when playing like that, they're actually getting the results of the line too and finding a way to win games like that, which is incredible. Yeah, and Morgan Rogers' second finish. Not exactly at the stunner like it was in the first half, but it's still another screamer. Still another great finish into that corner. Brilliant. What a player he is. And that Cunha header, I don't know what else to say. That's a shame. That is a real shame. Cunha, for me, is probably gonna be our most important player until until Diallo and Bumo come back from, was it AFCON they gone to? And yeah, so he's gonna be the one that has to work hard in the team just as much as the other players. And Villa could have had a chance before they scored. They had a moment there where I think it was from a corner. And it just went wide. I forgot who made the shows. And I forgot who made the chance. I've just seen the highlights. I forgot who was that made the opportunity. But yeah, they could have scored as well. That finish was poor. So you could say they could have had an extra goal. But those screamers was enough to condemn us to defeat. On the basis of it, I'm not really worried. I've seen those highlights. I've seen that. And I'm like, that doesn't worry me. The Everton result is the only result for me there. One of the results that worries me the most because getting beat by 10 men is poor. That result there today, I'm not worried about. It shows there's going to be games where we're going to be competitive and we're going to score in. And it's going to be the odd game where we don't score. But I'm just happy that we got goals in the team. Because we used to get complaints about not scoring enough. The finishing, yeah, has to be improved. For me, the defending, now there's nothing we could have done about those goals from Rogers, but at least defend a bit better. Excuse me. defend better, stop him from getting the shot. But we just backed off him, allowed him to make the shot. There's nothing. Now, our keeper, I feel so sorry for our keeper, man. I mean, the shots he has to let in some good goals from these teams. But nothing else he could have done. But again, this shows promise. Yeah, we might lose the next game, but at least it shows United can do this. Not really much else to say, is there, about that? We got Newcastle. I think it's Newcastle Wolves at home next. I can see us. Well, we at least got to beat Wolves. Now, for me, I would want to win against Wolves 1-0 or 2-1. Now, the reason why I say that is because I want to see the fans' faces when we end up scraping them against Wolves and see if it's any different. But we should beat them. At least 3 goals past Wolves. Even if it's 3-2, I'm taking it. Score 3 past them. Probably beat Newcastle, but they might want to have a better response. They can score 2 against Chelsea. They can score 2 against us. And another thing I want to talk about is VAR. Right. VAR. Oh dear. This VAR is rigging football. Now, you mean to tell me that Arsenal player kicking the back of that Everton player, I've forgotten the names now, you're telling me that that's not a penalty, but they can easily give that there was a blatant handball, by the way, by O'Brien for Everton. I remember his name because somebody mentioned in the title of one of the videos. And you mean to tell me that they might just say that's blatant? Okay, fair enough, that is blatant handball, okay, but that Everton, that's not a penalty for them? And they looked at it and they thought, okay, it's not a penalty. That's a penalty. Unless the rules are changing, you're allowed to kick it back of players. That's not a penalty now. I don't get it in the slightest. A lot of people are saying Arsenal had a comfortable 1-0. It was the worst 1-0 I've ever seen. Arsenal, yeah, they had some poor finishing. They were lucky Everton went on it. If Everton were on it, they would have scored. And if they would have scored that penalty, I don't think Arsenal would have had any chance to win the game. So, for me, for Arsenal to say that's good, that's not good. I know we got beat by them and when they had 10 men, but we're not that good. Arsenal might be going for the title. Oh, phone's ringing. Sorry about that. Arsenal might be going for the title and they're struggling like that. God, I mean, if it wasn't for the Gyökeres penalty, that would have been 0-0 written all over it. And the Newcastle game against Chelsea and the 2-2. Good character from Chelsea, I've got to say. Unlucky they couldn't get a win and continue that. But Newcastle should have also had a penalty. Blatantly ram into him. Hey, on the side that took him out. That's not shoulder to shoulder, and that's not a bar. Shoulder to shoulder will just be like that. That's not shoulder to shoulder, that's just leading him to like that. With some force. That ain't no penalty. I don't even think they checked it properly. There's so many instances, and the one against Tottenham versus Liverpool, I don't think that was a red card, and I'll tell you why. I've seen challenges like that where they just graze the ankle and it doesn't get given. He just grazed him. He wasn't going with any force or intent, but I can understand why it was given because there was studs showing. Now, okay, studs could be shown, but why does that rule apply for that sort of challenge? But when somebody stamps on the boot, it doesn't get deemed as a red card. It should do because they're stamping on the boot. It doesn't matter boot if it's touching the boot, they're still trying to show harm. So that's what I don't get. And I turned off when Liverpool went 2 up. I'm not going to see them get the win. I know Tottenham got to go back, but Liverpool bound to hold on to that lead. And yeah, I didn't see the other Tottenham red card. I heard it was quite ridiculous, but I'm not going to get into that one. But yeah, VAR's just so inconsistent. I don't understand it for the life of me. I really don't. And we've had decisions go against us and for us. You know, I had to call that out. I had to call it out. You know, I mean, hey, if I was Arsenal, I'd be relieved at that. I'd be happy for that not to go there. Same with Chelsea in that game. And if I was a Liverpool fan, I would have been relieved at that too. That Tottenham got 2 red cards, helped them out a lot. So yeah, they needed a second goal, by the way. If it wasn't for the second goal, Tottenham would have drawn that game. So it just goes to show the amount, you know, how crucial goals are. It's like if you score like a third goal and you win 3-2, that third goal proves crucial. So it's important. It's the same with United, the same with my team. It's like losing at Villa today. It's like, if Cunha would have got that equaliser, could we have still gone to win? Villa could have still won. But could you have gone to win the game? So these goals are crucial. Rodgers scored these screamers at a good time because he needed to. Like, for his team, to allow screamers like that is just mad. I thought it was going to be regular, like Villa playing us off the park. But we allowed them just to get screamers in. Hey, it's not too disastrous though, but at the same time I kind of want them to win the league, so it's kind of mixed feelings on that one. City cruising it past them West Ham, never in doubt, was it? Wolves equaling Sheffield United's record for not winning in 17 matches. Don't know what to say about that club. I mean, a big club in their city struggling now, rock bottom. Be sad to see them go, but they were always going to go again at some point. The way their team is in front of relegation has been mad. Yeah, Brentford cruised it. And apart from Wolves missing that penalty, sums up their season. Yeah, not really much else to say about that one. Yeah, well, what else, I guess? What other matches have I missed out so far? Well, Bournemouth won, Burnley won. Wow. Yeah, not really much to say. Bournemouth nearly got the win there. Semenyo, what a player. Whew, great player he is, man. It's sensational. I wish we had him as a player, man. Him on the wing, I'm sure he's a winger. He keeps crossing the ball well. He gets some good crosses. He's always scoring. Best player for Bournemouth. I think Burnley got a bit lucky, but do need a bit of luck to get results, and that's what happens. Excuse me. Sunderland, I think they enjoyed Brighton. They no non-event. Not even going to get into that one. I think it's Fulham Forest tomorrow. I'm not really going to do a prediction on that one. I think that's it. I think I might have missed out a game, but please let me know. Oh yeah, Leeds 4 Palace 1. Wow, didn't expect that. Wow, but Leeds, they have enough to stay up. I thought they'd be too strong. They have good players on their team. They could stay up and stay in the Premier League. Yeah, and also forgot to mention as well, you know, Wolves. Yeah, Wolves scoring against Arsenal and United, but can't score against Brentford. Yeah, I need to left that part out, so that's another interesting fact right there. But yeah, also I was watching a TikTok video. I also heard from an Arsenal fan, Lee Gunner. I also heard that Burnley have scored more away goals than Arsenal. Need to check that. I don't know how many goals we've scored. I think we're still the third top scorers, I think. I'll check that. I know we scored goals. I don't think we scored that many. So yeah, I think that is it for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please give a like, comment, share with me know, subscribe, hit the notification below. I'll see you in my next video.